Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing okay. Welcome to Black Ribbon Studio. My name is Denise and welcome to my very first cross stitch only floss tube. Now in these floss tubes that I have planned, I'm not going to ever assume that you know what things are, because I do know that a lot of my viewers are new to cross stitch, curious about cross stitch, or have not cross stitched for a very long time. So I do also encourage you to ask questions, and I want to thank you for tuning in. Today we're going to chat about whips, new starts, acquisitions, and I'm going to announce the winner of the 1,000 subscriber / 1 year podiversary giveaway. So keep in mind that I will be back with a crochet podcast very soon. In the event that that does not happen this week, I want to wish you all a very happy Mother's Day this coming weekend. It's probably going to be a little bit of a toughie for me this year, but I'm just going to play it by ear, take each day as it comes, and we'll see what happens. So those of you who have been following me know that I have been focusing on finishes, especially during the stay-at-home orders that we're all trying to observe at this time. And unfortunately, with cross stitch, or fortunately, whichever way you decide to look at it, it's not always about the finishes. It really is about enjoying the journey, especially when you're not a monogamous stitcher. If you have several whips going on, it's really not necessarily about the finishes. And so I'm going to share with you now my works in progress. And since this is my very first cross stitch only floss tube, I'm going to go ahead and review all of the whips that I've showed you, and remind you that I am committed to 5 whips at a time maximum, okay? And I want to also remind you that traditionally most of my projects that I choose for cross stitch are from books. I really do enjoy cross stitch books, and if you've been following me, you do know that I have quite a collection of books, and I have recently been collecting the Better Homes and Gardens series of A Cross Stitch Christmas, and I now own 12 of the 25 books in the series. So I'm getting there, and I'm excited about it, and I'm having a lot of fun doing that. Now, I'm going to start with my very first whip, which is the Peppermint Candy Ornament, which is part of this series of 3 ornaments. I want to go ahead and do all 3 ornaments. I've done the snowman already, and I'm currently working on the Peppermint Candy, and here are the 3 of them. And so this is how far I've gotten with Peppermint Candy up to now. It's almost done. I really like it. I see maybe putting another, day into it, and that'll be all done. And as you can see, I have stitched this on perforated plastic, which I enjoy stitching on. I really do like it for ornaments and that sort of thing. I've made magnets using perforated plastic. It's very versatile. And this pattern comes from Mary Englebright's book of Christmas ideas. All right, so that is the Peppermint Candy Ornament. Next is Snow Pals, which also comes from the same book, I do believe. Yes, Mary Englebright's Christmas Ideas. And I'm going to insert a picture here of where I was the last time I showed it to you. And this is where I am now. So you can see I've got a few more stitches in. And this is going really well. I'm giving myself all the way up until Christmas to get this one done, so there's no rush on it, but I haven't worked on it in a while, probably because of the other things that I have going on, but there's that one. And let me show you a picture of what it's going to look like when it's all done. Here it is. And I'm somewhere in the middle here right now. So I've still got all this to stitch. And I'm stitching it on black 14 count Aida. Okay. Now I have some new starts that I've started since the last time I checked in with you guys. And the first one that I want to share with you is called This House is a Mess. I'll insert a picture of it here. And I am stitching this also on 14 count black Aida. And I started in the middle, which I traditionally do start in the middle of my cross stitch patterns. Everyone has a different way of starting their cross stitches, but this is how much I've gotten done so far. You see, I've started, there's the tops of the words here of some of the words, and then I'm working on a flower here. So far this has been really fun to stitch, and I'm totally enjoying it. This pattern is from Alaton Embroidery on Etsy. And I'm going to link everything down below for you guys so that you can easily find these things if they are a project that you also want to do. Now, the next start that I have is really, really exciting. And it is Crossword by Long Dog Samplers. And here's a picture of what it's going to look like when it's all done. And I'm pretty sure that I let you guys know that this was going to be a total challenge for me. Because, of course, traditionally I'm used to picking up a cross-stitch pattern, following the suggested colors. I may switch out a color here and there. I sometimes even take elements from different cross-stitch charts and make something with just that. But this is a bit of a stretch for me because you get to choose your own colors. That's new to me. And you really just get to design it the way you want it to look as you go along. So what I chose to work with this on, first of all, I'm stitching it again on black 14 count Aida, which seems to be a thing that I'm really enjoying now. is this black fabric. So here is how far I've gotten. Again, I did choose to start this in the middle because, let's face it, that's what I'm used to. And here it is so far. But I do want to share with you that I chose, let me just dig this out here. I chose to use this variegated floss on this black. Now let me see if I can show it without it being too blown out. It's kind of blown out. I'm not sure if you can see the variegation, but it's a really light tones of pink with a little bit of yellow in it. And I thought it was going to just look beautiful on this fabric. But I tell you what, guys, I am not impressed. I'm not happy. I'm not happy with this at all. It's just not giving me the pop that I wanted. So I took a moment and I thought, okay, let me think of something else. And so what I think I'm going to do is start over. Although I don't know if I'm going to frog this right away. I may start over, you know, in a different spot just to do a comparison. So I auditioned some floss and I've come up with this. And again, I just can't seem to not get the colors blown out. There you go. That's a little bit better if I go like that. I'm going to try to show it up close. This is DMC number 605. And I think this is going to pop better on this black fabric and give me more of the look that I'm going for. So that's leaving me, of course, with like 10 skeins of this variegated floss. I have no idea what I'm going to do with that floss at this point in time, but I'm sure I'll think of something. So that is Crossword with all of the fits and starts that go along with that. So now, let me see, I dropped something. So, hold on a minute. Oh, okay. It was the pattern for crossword that I dropped on the floor. So that's okay. The next start that I had, well, another long story. Okay. I told you guys that I ordered the Feels Like Home kit. Well, it's not really a kit, package download from Fat Quarter Shop, which I love, and I will have a link to them down below. And this is their Stitch Mania submission for us to do during Stitch Mania. And if you don't remember what Stitch Mania is, Stitch Mania started out as well, it's a Facebook group, first of all. And it started out as a stitch along where you start a new cross stitch project every day in the month of May. Well, it then thankfully morphed into a thing where you basically can choose how many starts you want to do in May. It's just about jumping in, starting new projects, and having fun with it. So I thought that I would join Stitch Mania this year, except it's going to be very sane. It's not going to be manic at all because I'm only concentrating on one project. And it is the Feels Like Home chart from Backwater Shop, and here's a beautiful picture of it. And they're releasing one part of it a week. This is part 1. They released it on May 1st. And I'm going to be stitching it on, let's see, on this fabric, which is 25 count Lugana, which I've never stitched on before. So this is going to be a new adventure for me as well. Because the first part of this, which there are 5 parts, the first part of it starts in the upper left-hand corner. So this is going to be a new thing for me to try as well. I'm actually going to try to start stitching this in the upper left-hand corner and see how that goes. But I have to tell you that I am a little bit disappointed because, well, first of all, I have not started it yet, and today is May 2nd, and it's not May 1st, and I haven't started. I have pulled the flosses that I have in my stash. I did have to order more, and my disappointment, though, is because Backwater Shop did have floss packs for this, but they've been out of stock ever since I ordered this project. So I then had to go and order my own floss, which I wasn't, you know, too upset about, but I felt like it was a little bit inconvenient for me. I'm glad so many people are actually doing the project, which is what made them run out of stock, you know, along with, of course, the current goings on in the world today. But I'm going to get started on this hopefully sometime this week. I'm going to stitch on it as much as possible during the month of May, and I'll keep you posted on that. But they also sent, along with part 1 of the chart, they sent along yesterday this really cute calendar for May to help you keep up with your progress on the project, which I thought was really cute. And I'm probably going to simply tape it up here so I can see it. But I don't know if I ever told you guys, my granddaughter that lives with us, she's obsessed with tape. And so, yeah, you just can't find any Scotch tape in this house. Let me tell you. So that's going to be a little bit of a challenge. I got to find some tape. But that is my Feels Like Home Stitch Mania project, and I really can't wait to get started on that. Now, I've made a discovery, which is Brookes Books Publishing. I'm pretty sure that I have gone and looked at their Etsy shop, but they also do have a website, and I discovered this Advent calendar, which there are 25 little animals for Advent. Can I talk today? Is it Advent? No, Advent. You can make them into ornaments, create a calendar, stitch them on stockings or guest towels, etc. And I just think they are adorable. And this is available free online on their website, which I will link below. And I just wanted to share this with you because I think this is something that I'm going to, well, first of all, I downloaded all 25 animals. And this looks like a really good project for me for next year. I'm not going to get to it this year. There's no even possible way for me to pretend that I am. So, go check out Brookes books. The cross-stitch patterns that they do have are just delightful. Now, I did have some acquisitions, and I have to tell you guys, I was looking for some 18 count black Ada, and I did forget to mention to you that that's what I'm going to be, that's what I'm currently stitching the crossword long dog sampler on, is 18 count black Ada. And the hunt for 18 count black Ada was real. Let me tell you, during these times, it was very difficult to find. So I'm very thankful that I did find some. And I got some from my local needlework shop, which is, as you know these days, your local needle. Okay, so that was a little bit of a pause. I will not go into details about that. But anyway, I was talking about how I was really excited and happy when I finally found my 18 count Ada. And I was able to order some from my local needlework shop, which these days your local needlework shop is not necessarily right in your neighborhood, but I was happy to be able to patronize them. And so this is from the Stitch and Frame shop in Rock Hill, South Carolina. I placed my order. They were able to let me know right away that they did not have it in stock, but as soon as they did get it in stock, they would be shipping it out to me, and it didn't take very long at all, so I appreciate them for that. But of course, the fact that I got the email saying we don't have the stock sent me into another hole around the panic. I'm like, I still need my fabric. What am I going to do? And so, of course, I then went online and was asking some of my friends, you know, just give me a suggestion. Tell me someplace where I can go and get this fabric. I absolutely need it. And so someone suggested that I go to Welcome Stitchery Inc., which is in Crystal Lake, Illinois. And rather than ordering online this time, I gave them a call, and I'm sure that I sounded pretty frantic while I was on the phone. Like, I gotta have it, and the person I talked to was so very reassuring. She told me she was just gonna put it in the mail like that day. So I was able to get that from them, and I'm really happy about that. And I will be patronizing these places again because the customer service was really, really good. So if you're looking for some place that is open and doing business right now, and you need some supplies, I do suggest that you check out those two places as well. And of course, I'll leave the links down in the description box below. Now, where am I? I'm all kerfuffle, guys, I tell you. So, who have I been watching? I've been watching Michelle at Michelle Bendy Stitchy on Flosstube. She's quickly becoming one of my favorites, one of my BFFs of Flosstube. She designs patterns, and as well as keeping us really well updated on what she's working on, what her plans are for the future. I follow her on Instagram, and she is just a joy. So I've been enjoying watching Michelle Hi, Michelle. And so on TV, because, okay, so we have this stay in place, stay at home, coronavirus going on, and so there's homeschooling going on. My daughter is homeschooling my granddaughter and working from home. So I've chosen to just give them space, give them some more space, and I've been spending a lot of time here in my bedroom with Mr. Ribbon, and we've started binge watching Grace and Frankie, which I started watching it actually a couple of years ago, but never really finished. And I was kind of watching it by myself. So I find that I really do enjoy binge watching a lot more when you have somebody to watch it with. And so he's really very interested in it, and we're having fun watching that. So yeah, we're enjoying watching Grace and Frankie, and so I have extra, TV time, relaxed time, together time. So that's working out pretty well. I also sort of kind of watched the very old classic movie. I'd rather say classic than old, because my age. But I watched Angels in the Outfield. Oh my goodness, I forgot what a delightful movie that is. Oh my gosh, guys, see if you can find Angels in the Outfield. It is so good. I was so happy to be able to sit and watch that. And I say sort of kind of because I was crafting at the time. So it's kind of on my radar to see if I can watch it again when I'm just doing absolutely nothing. Then Mr. Ribbon has gotten us into binge watching the classic Knight Rider series. Oh my goodness, it's so funny because before that he was watching Starsky and Hutch, the old TV show, the original. And I said to him, I said, I feel so sorry for us that this is all we had to watch on TV back then. But hey, Knight Rider was back then too, and Knight Rider is my jam. I am thoroughly enjoying the fact that he's got that going in the background, even if I'm doing something else. And I sit in there and watch a couple of episodes, so that's been a lot of fun. Now it's time for my enabler of the week, which you guys know I don't have an enabler every week because I am trying to stay steadfast in my purchasing. It's almost a game at this point to see who can get me to buy something. So this week's award for Enabler of the Week goes to Garrett at Coffee Stitcher. Oh my goodness, I am in love with his Flosstube channel. I can watch Garrett every day. He puts out a new video once a week, and I actually find myself waiting for his next video. He's just so engaging, and I find myself pausing the video to take notes. My light just felt like everything is falling apart, guys. Just hang in there with me because we're gonna get through this video. Mr. Ribbon's phone is ringing. My light just fell. Let me see. I don't know. We're just gonna continue and get through the rest of this video, guys. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can adjust my phone here. Okay, so if you are into Flosstube, which I hope you are, you have to watch Garrett at Coffee Stitcher. He's simply delightful. And so, as I said, he was the enabler of the week. And so there is a thing in cross stitch called a needle minder. And it is a set of really strong magnets that are decorated in very pretty ways by many people out there in the world. And you simply sit it on your cross stitch, and it enables you to sit your needle on it. It holds your needle very tightly and securely, so that you don't have to constantly punch new holes in your fabric trying to secure your needle. You have a tendency to lose less needles this way. So it's a needle minder. It's one of those things that, you know, hey, I'm an old-fashioned girl. I figure I don't need that. I mean, that's just one more fancy accessory that I just don't need to spend money on. But oh my goodness, Garrett showed this needle minder on his Flosstube, and I had to have it. I had to order it immediately. I had to have it. So what it is garden gates. You can see that. It is so absolutely beautiful. I tell you guys, I love this. But the thing that I love about it the most is that the gates open. Oh my gosh. The gates open. You sit your needle inside. Let me open it back up again. You sit your needle inside, and then you simply close your gates. Now, this is something that is really working for me. I absolutely love this. I'm so happy that I bought it. I'm so happy that Garrett shared it on his Flosstube. And this came from Sapphire Mountain Handcrafts. Sapphire Mountain Handcrafts on Etsy. Of course, there'll be a link below. I get a lot of questions about, well, where do I get needle minders from? Well, you can start there and see what you come up with. I'm in love. I'm in love, guys. And so I'm sure a lot of you have been patiently waiting for me to get to the winner of the 1,000 subscriber 1 year anniversary giveaway. And I will go ahead and insert that winner here. Congratulations to Jeanette at DOY Creations. Thank you so much, everyone, for your comments on that video. It was really good hearing from you and hearing about and reading about your thoughts on crochet and cross stitch. Now, Jeanette, what you'll have to do is shoot me an email at designmorris1@gmail.com, which is always listed down in the description box below, and give a visit to Molly Klein Design on Etsy. See what it is you like for an amount up to $25, and let me know what it is that you would like to receive from Molly Klein Design. Thank you so much, and congratulations again on your win, Jeanette. And stay tuned, guys. There's lots and lots of more giveaways coming up. I love doing my monthly random act of kindness, and so there'll be more. Now, I was struggling with whether, with how to end this, my cross stitch, YouTube Flosstube videos. And I know that I traditionally end with words of inspiration, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep doing that. But I think for, at least for this video, I'm going to go ahead and end it with words of inspiration. And so this week, I just want to tell you to take these words with you as you go through your daily life. Stop trying to calm the storm. Calm yourself. The storm will pass. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. I hope to speak to you again next week. If I do not, have a great Mother's Day. And as always, remember, love.